Hello, this is the trade recap of the 4th of February, and today we ended up making around $260. Excuse me. So, for the news, we had one red impact folder, and that was the job openings, but it didn't actually affect the market. And currently, we have President Trump speaking, which doesn't matter for me because I'm not trading. But yeah, if we get into the trade that I took today, our daily bias was bullish. Our four hourly bias was bearish. Our hourly bias was bullish, and our 15 minutes bias was also bullish. So I guess you could say this was a trade against the trend. However, if we go in and I explain why I took the trade. So first of all, we had the previous day high that needed to be swept, and we opened London just here, and with the previous day high that I wanted to see get swept. I think I just repeated myself twice, and we slowly approached up to it, but we never actually ended up sweeping it, which is fine as well. It just showed how weak the market was, and it was a perfect reaction zone. We had a nice order block just here, nice red order block that we tapped into perfectly. After we tapped into that order block, I then zoomed in on. Oh yeah, there was also this. I'll explain that in a bit later. But yeah, once we tapped into the bearish order block, I then zoomed in further. I saw this rapid move down, which kind of confirmed to me from previous market experience that this was a valid trade. I then saw a nice fair value gap form just here, and I put equilibrium of the move from the top to the very bottom, and we can see we hit equilibrium very, very perfectly, which is why I had such high confidence in this trade. And as you can see here, we broke structure, and that's where I entered. So I was risking 1.2% on the account for this trade, which is not high risk for me. We ended up making $260. We could have made more if I did risk more, but I didn't want to risk that much for this trade because it was going against the bias. So yeah, I risked 1.2%. I ended up making $260. My stop loss would have tapped me out for $120. But yeah, entered off that equilibrium and fair value gap, which was a perfect entry for me. And then we had TP1 set under these previous lows. We had TP2 set at the Asia highs, which was very, very close to these sweeps. So we hit TP1 fairly quickly. So the position overall was a 2-lot position. I took 0.5 lots here, another 0.5 lots here, and finally I was supposed to take the final lot here, but we never actually end up hitting that target, which was fine. It didn't really bother me. But yeah, I had my stop loss here, and as we approached TP2, I set my stop loss here. And when TP2 hit, I moved my stop loss down here so that when we broke structure, it would stop me out, and it did. And I ended up making $260, and it stopped me out just here. But yeah, how I found my TPs, initially I did expect it to drop to London lows, but we never actually got that low, which was also fine because my final TP3 got very close. It was literally within a pip of hitting, which 0.8 pips of hitting, which is really good in my opinion. But how I found this take profit, I think was on the hourly. Let's have a look real quick. Yep. So we had this nice hourly fair value gap that I wanted to see it get filled, and it got filled very, very well. And that was how I planned my profit strategy. But yeah, I did also see a long there, but I did decide to stay out of the market and treat this as enough for today. But yeah, that was the trade, and it was a very clean setup in my opinion. Emotions were not high at all. I had really good control of my emotions for this trade. I didn't feel emotional towards it at all, which is how it should be. So I'm happy with that. Overall, I don't think my take profits were ambitious, although this didn't hit. I just think that market just didn't want to go that low, and that's totally fine. We could have even went lower if market conditions were different. But yeah, it was rather bullish going into New York. And yeah, the long that I was talking about was just here. There was a nice fair value gap just here, and the breaker structure entry, and then the stop loss could have been here. Either way, it doesn't matter. We didn't take it. There's no point in speaking on trades we didn't take, but that was the trade for today, and it made me $260. And for tomorrow, there is non-farm employment change, so I won't be trading tomorrow. I might do a daily bias video, but I'm definitely not trading tomorrow. And then for Thursday is a trade day, although there is unemployment claims. It shouldn't affect the market that much. But yeah, we'll see how the market moves, and I will make a video if I trade. And yeah, thank you for watching.